What's going on, guys? Tuo Cruz here. Minasan konnichiwa. Tuo Cruz channel no Cruz desu. And on today's video, we've got a special product that we'll be reviewing and doing an unboxing for. This is my brand new power meter. And this is from a company called Favero Electronics. You've probably heard of this brand. A few years ago, they were the ones who came out with the BePRO model. And this is their new upgrade, the Assioma, if I'm saying that correctly. You can probably tell by looking at this picture, this is a pedal-based power meter system. So yeah, this company reached out to me. They saw some of my recent videos. They saw that I was getting back into training, that I was gonna get back into racing, and they asked me if I wanted to test out one of their units and do a review and try and integrate a little bit of the power training towards my workouts. So I gladly took them up on their offer because I've been wanting to make more training focused videos in the future, so this is going to be great for you guys. I can help make some more training oriented, power training oriented videos as well, and also document and better track my fitness and how I'm improving with my fitness moving forward. Power meters are one of the best tools for training on the bike. There's no denying that. So you can train either by heart rate, you can train by feel, you can train by power. And scientifically, data-wise, training by power is by far the most efficient of all of those. So you can get wheel-based power meters, you can get crank-based power meters, and now getting pretty popular are these pedal-based power meters. You'll notice that this model actually has two different types, single pedal model or the double pedal model. So this is the double pedal. That means I can get power readings on both the left and right pedals. But they do have the single model, which is pretty cheap. The price is in euro, but it actually comes out to be less than $500 for a single-based pedal power meter system, which is pretty ridiculous. One of the biggest hurdles people don't get into power training and power meters is just because the price hurdle is super high, but I found that this solution, this product, is really affordable. So less than $500 for a decent and accurate power meter solution. Very excited to try this out today. Anyway, let's do a quick unboxing and get this all set up so we can get out on the road. Alright, let's go ahead and begin with the unboxing. So first, this just slides out. Right away, we've got our two main pedals on display. So these are similar to the look style cleats. So I'm going to be changing pedals for this experiment. Pretty excited about it. I've never used these style road pedals before. I've been on speed play for most of my road career, and actually most of the last year I haven't ridden my road pedals at all. I've mostly been riding my mountain bike shoes, so very excited to try this out and see if I can improve some of my PRs. So this is zip tied to a little tray here. Beneath that, we've got some other parts, the extra cables, the manuals, and all the other goodies. According to the website, these are about 150 grams each, a little bit more. I think 154 is what they said. And feels really nice and solid. The other great thing about the solution is this little device here, which is capturing all of the power measurements. This is completely 100% waterproof, so the battery is sealed in here. Everything is completely sealed. The charging is done through a magnetic charger here, and that's really, really cool, so I'm pretty excited about this. I've heard the battery life is pretty good, so you can get almost a full week's worth of riding on one charge. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the other goodies in here. Information guide. These are the look cleats. Battery charger. So this is done through USB. This is the USB adapter. And wow, we've got a nice chunky hex wrench in here. I believe this is an 8mm and nice and beefy. So the only thing to install these pedals is you just need to screw them onto your bike, and that's about it. So you can screw it off to any other bike. So if you have a road bike, a time trial bike, anything, you can swap it over, which is pretty great. That's one of the main reasons I didn't get one of the other power meters, like the wheels. You can't use it on anything. If you use it on your road bike, you can't use it on your track bike. So with these, you can switch between your road bike, your track bike, whatever. So these washers are really important. You want to make sure that this part of the device is not touching directly onto your crank. So depending on the crank that you have, you might need to use one of these spacers or so to just make sure that this part here is not touching the crank arm. This is the charger itself. So let's see if I know how to do this correctly. They are magnetic, as you can see. If I just put this in right here, it'll snap right in place. So you don't need to take your pedals off the bike to charge. You can just easily attach it any place nearby an outlet. And the rest, I think, are just adapters. So different power adapters for different countries. And we're gonna go with this standard for me in the US and Japan. So, but if you're traveling to other countries, you've got some nice adapters here. So if you're doing some international racing, you can bring your adapters. So we just plug it in like that. There we go. We've got our USB charger. We just plug these in here like this. There we go. Both of these are plugged in. This is all we gotta do to charge our pedals. So this is everything here out of the box, ready to go. Pedals, washer, cleats, charger, that's it. Super simple, super easy to use. Let's go ahead and get working with the installation. So the bike we'll be using today is my actually cross bike, but it's got a road setup right now. My road bike's currently in the shop, so we'll be using this for a little bit longer. The good thing about these pedals is they work on any bike, so you can swap it from bike to bike. So we'll be using it on my cross bike for now, and we'll be switching over to my road bike once it's done with its repairs. So first things first, let's use this giant Hex Rex, get these pedals off, get these on. And with my crank arm, you can see we're pretty clear on space, so no need for the washer. And that's it, that's the setup. Just takes a second. Next we're gonna plug these in, make sure they're charged. All we need to do here is snap these in place. So super easy. Light just went on. So this is all it takes. Boom, done. Next we gotta go into the smartphone app, get our devices synced up. So I just downloaded the Assioma app. Let's open it up. Search. ANT plus ID. Let's take a quick search. Alright, they found both of my pedals. Let's activate. Looks like we gotta register some information. So I'm gonna enter in my information here. Activate. Looks like we gotta activate the right pedal separately as well. My information's still there, so I can just do this right away. So coming out of the box, it looks like my left pedal has a bit more energy than my right one, so we'll let this sit for a little bit. Let's see what other settings we have here. So here we want to make sure we have all of our information correct, our crank arm length. I also want to get this connected to my cycling computer. Right now I'm using a Garmin Edge 520, so let's see if I can figure this out. So let's go down to settings, I believe it's sensors, add sensor. Let's do power. Here we go, select all. So hopefully that's it. Anyway, let's hurry up and get these screwed on and get outside to test out the new power meter. Here we are, back in the bike room, finished my ride, and really excited to check out these numbers. So I actually needed to update my Strava. I haven't been a Strava Premium member for at least 1.5 years since I was last training pretty seriously. And actually I noticed on their website they changed the service. So yeah, it's not Strava Premium anymore, it's Strava Summit. You can go ahead and follow along. There's a Strava link down below if you want to see the full data. I'm going to pop up some pictures here so you can look at the data and see how I performed. So let's take a look at today's ride. Let's take a look at my data and see how well I'm performing right now. So this course is a 5-kilometer course. It's a loop. I did one hard lap, pretty much almost all out, minus a few people that I had to dodge around. And I also did a few sprints. So let's take a look at the analysis tools. Looking at my power curve, one of the useful tools here, we can see my max wattage today was about 1,332 watts. And for my effort, this lap is about a 7-8 minute lap. I averaged about 331 watts on that lap. And keep in mind there's some parts on this lap where I had to coast and not pedal at all. So I think on a solid course where there'd be no coasting and going around those kinds of corners and having to wait around people, I might be able to get up to 350 watt average. So I'm hoping I can get my FTP to about there. Anyway, pretty exciting to look at this data. I haven't looked at power data in years, but now to see everything, to see my cadence, to see my power in addition to my heart rate, just getting all of that information there, is really exciting to see. And hopefully now I can track myself, my performance a little bit better, set some goals, more specific, measurable goals with my power and cadence and heart rate moving forward. Overall, very, very happy with this product so far. So I am hoping to make a lot more videos about this topic moving forward, videos about training, some of the strategies that I'm using, and if there's any specific topics you'd like me to go over in the video, let me know, I'd be glad to do so. A big thanks again to Favero for sending over this test unit. And overall, first impressions are really good. I'm excited to really put this to the test though over the next few months and just see how this holds up, and so I can give a more solid recommendation. But for now, my first impression is a solid recommendation, but we'll see how this device performs over the next few weeks, over the next few months. But for less than $500, a power meter that you can transfer between your road bike, your triathlon bike, your aero bike, your track bike, whatever, or if you're like me, you're riding your cyclocross bike on the road, that's a pretty great solution, and there's no hassle. You don't have to deal with any maintenance stuff like figuring out which crank arm is compatible with your crank set. Anyway, I'm just rambling right now. I'm pretty tired from that hard effort. It's been a nice weekend, but sadly the weekend is coming to a close. Time to get back to work, and the cycle continues. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.